Hello, 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 everybody. I'm Jarrell Woods.
And I'm Aisha Woods.
And this is $2.25 change. Most people give their 2 cents on the subject, but we're a bit extra, so we give our $2.25.
And some change.
And today we have our special guest,
Kevin Marsell.
Kevin Marsell, also known as Raven Trinity of the House of Trinity, and also known as, a lot of other things. This man is going to take over the world in a few words. Just look out. Look out for that name. You're going to be seeing it a lot. But yeah, so we are here to bring back $2.25 change for 2022 because Mr. Kevin here got on our case. He used to listen to our podcast when he was out in San Diego.
You don't understand? It's so special to me. This was my traffic shit too. It was like literally sitting here for an hour every day, and I had that time to just listen to y'all.
And so we had to bring it back. It's all for you. All for you. Janet, drop another album. Okay, so yeah, so we're gonna bring it back and we're just gonna keep it going like we never stopped, right? And we're gonna talk about some shit today because we got some shit to talk about today. Y'all know that he, me, him, he, me is a proud member of the Alphabet community, and so is my sister, and so is Kevin. We are all a part of the Alphabet Mafia, right? Y'all know I'm a house father out here in these streets, and I'll be trying to mentor to the young queers and tell them how to be the best queers they can be. Right? Yes. And with that being said, my freaking heart broke when I saw how many people were attacking Zaya Wade and her family because on Easter she had her little boyfriend on. Yeah. And they shared a little peck on camera, and Dwayne and Gabby have always been very supportive, and everybody and their mom was like, that 14-year-old should not be doing that. I just don't believe that they should be doing that. I just don't like it. It doesn't make sense to me. And it's just like, is that what we're doing? Is that how we're doing this? Is that how we're praising the Lord for real?
Right. Because, if we're going to be real, we were all, at one point, we all used to kiss. We were kissing. Mm-hmm. We was all kissing each other at 14. You might not have been allowed to do it at your house, but you was doing it.
Yeah, and the only thing I will say about that too is like 14, that's definitely around the time. 13, come on, they always say preteen, right? You're so excited to be a preteen.
And do we not, we just gonna act like
all of us,
all of the Nickelodeon shows that we watched did not have a kissing scene in it?
Right. Zoe 101, iCarly, Victorious, True Jackson VP.
Yeah.
All of them have had a kissing scene. And all
hell,
of them were, how old were they?
Even before that, Boy Meets World, all those things, those shows, Saved by the Bell, but depicted characters that were 15, 16, 14 years old kissing. And yet we had no problem with that because it was heterosexual kissing. Yet somehow the depiction of these two young queer people kissing is an issue, right? And let me tell you something else that's a little problematic. Some of you are trying to defend the situation by saying, well, technically, Zaya Wade is a trans girl, and Zaya's boyfriend is a trans boy. So biologically, they're both a boy and a girl. So technically it's a heterosexual relationship. That's problematic, y'all.
Right.
That's problematic.
Right. Why try to mask it with that kind of...
Right. Why does it even matter what genitalia these children have? Why are y'all sexualizing 14-year-olds?
You know what's interesting though about this picture? Because when I was younger, actually, I think around the time I was 15 or 14 maybe, I remember seeing a picture of two young boys actually kissing. Both of them were Caucasian. Mm-hmm. I only had maybe a couple comments because I was posting like love pictures and kind of thing like this around the time on Facebook. So I think it's still in my album, but it's just like I feel like that would have gotten less heat.
Right.
It's stereotypical.
Because the people that have been really, really outraged about it have been from the diaspora. It's been my black and brown brothers and sisters. Y'all have been the ones that have spoke up the most because, as we've said, and I will continue to say, we have a problem with homophobia within our community. It is really, really bad.
And for some reason, I don't know why, we, the black community, have this mentality of the government is trying to stop producing black people. That's why they're putting the homosexuality into our...
So gay folks can't have kids? Because last time I checked, we could.
And then my thing is, no, y'all don't be worried about when little Daquan go to jail all the time. Him going to jail is his decision because he keep on coming out and keep on doing the same dumbass shit that made him go to jail the first time. But we're not gonna talk about that. That's another topic for another damn day. But I'm just saying,
The situation.
stop trying to act like you know. It ain't a problem when you want to go get you a white bitch either.
Right.
Ooh. Mm-hmm.
But like I said, that's another conversation for another day.
But about Miss Zaya, like I literally got into it with somebody on Facebook and had to delete, block, and educate with extreme pettiness this one particular woman because she kept misgendering Zaya. We all know, everyone and their mama knows that Zaya Wade is a girl. We know that is a girl. We know that now. We know that that's how she identifies. So going out of your way to call her a him and continue to do, hey Yasuke. It's my dog Yasuke. He's coming to sniff the mic. Yeah, he's literally sniffing the mic. That's him.
You had to check it out. Okay.
Yasuke, go lay down. Go lay down. Yasuke, lay down. Go. Lay down. He likes that song. It makes him go to the bed. So anyway, so everyone knows it's a girl. So like and we're literally telling you, hey, like you keep calling Zaya a he. That's a she. Stop doing that. Blatantly ignoring it, blatantly misgendering, and so then I'm called her out for what she was. You're a bigot. Everyone and their mom tried to jump on me and play Super Save a bigot and be like, oh, she didn't say nothing homophobic. She just said she don't like foot. I'm like, y'all, stop doing that. Right. If I say some shit is some homophobic shit, it's because it's homophobic shit. I don't sit there and pull stuff out my ass. I'm not sitting around waiting every day to try to be offended at something. I'm like, that's not lit. That's literally not what I'm. In fact, I get disappointed because I hope for better from you people. I hope for better from people that especially have been oppressed and have been a part of a system that has marginalized them for fucking centuries. I would think that you would do better about trying to understand the expression of somebody else, because there is not one way to be black, just like there's not one way to be a woman, there's not one way to be a man. But yet everybody and their mama continues to try to press us down into that, and we do it to ourselves especially, and I'm talking about black people especially. Y'all are the main reasons y'all feel like somehow queerness is separate from blackness, and we're here to tell you that that's not the case, because all three of us are black, excellent, and queer. All three. So like,
yeah, that like, and it just like furthers like generation after generation after generation of men growing up thinking that this is how I'm supposed to act. This is how I'm supposed to do. Mm-hmm. I'm supposed to not be able to express myself. I'm not supposed to, if I know how to cook, I know how to cook a minimal. Mm-hmm. I can't go in there and cook because women are supposed to cook. I'm not supposed to be able to clean good because women are supposed to be able to. Like, certain shit just don't make sense.
That is some math that is not math, and oh my goodness.
So before you find you a woman to take care of you, then you wasn't washing your drawers properly, nigga? You wasn't bathing your ass?
Some really don't. They really don't. And like,
you was going hungry?
But guess what?
You was living off ramen?
But guess what? Guess what, dog?
And Uber.
In this situation, Zaya is literally just kissing her lover.
Right.
And
well, I wouldn't call it a lover because she's 14, but just kiss her boyfriend.
Right. Yes, let's go with that. Yep. Because again,
we're not trying to sexualize children.
People at that age, like we did, they were ready for love and calling and giving that title.
Right.
So you were ready for all of that.
Because you were reading books,
But
honey,
seeing
you want
queer
that
people do that,
book,
it's a problem because it's queer and it's also something that's put out there as a picture. I get that.
Exactly.
Y'all were doing that. You were just doing it on MySpace. You were doing it on Facebook. Okay. This is on TikTok. Everybody sees it.
Okay. And here's the thing. The thing about that I really want to talk about as far as parenthood. As far as parenthood and teaching your kids, about sex. Maybe Gabby and Dwayne are onto something by making sure that Zaya knows that she can express some levels of affection with her partner in front of her parents, and it be okay and it be safe. Maybe by doing that, they're creating an environment where she can feel like she doesn't have to sneak off and do this thing that they won't tell her why she shouldn't do it. Maybe they've had actual conversations with her about sex and really, really told her about the ramifications. Okay, it feels good and it is fun, but this is what else comes with it. So when you make sure that you wanted it ready to do it, make sure that you're protected, make sure that you know, and you can always come and talk to me and let me know, and I will make sure you have everything you need. There are some parents that do that. So when you open the door for them to be safe and they can talk to you and come to you, then your child ain't running around sneaking back and forth and something that they're hitting splits on the dick and then coming back to you 5 months pregnant and your ass not knowing what the fuck's going on, because you forced them to hide who they are from you. You're not forcing them to not do it. You're just making them really good at sneaking around and doing it behind your back. Because my parents told me not to have sex, but I was fucking. And let me tell you, I did. I got real good at doing it behind their back.
Got real good at hiding it. Yeah.
There it is. Now, you know what? Let me tell you something. I'm sorry. When you said that, it triggered middle school. Like I told you, a lot of shit that went down in middle school was always about behind the scenes. Oh, she pregnant. Okay, this dude did this. They did that. Mind you, middle school again, I had some girls that one girl dropped out of 6th grade because she had a child and she was proud. So
not proud.
So with that being said, let's compare that.
Not proud.
Because
that's crazy.
She didn't even get no cast on Teen Mom or nothing.
My thing
like
is,
you didn't get no check off that baby. I'm not kidding. No, she probably did. Welfare, Section 8.
But then my thing is that's just
stamps.
a generation. Because think about it, her mama probably think about the same age.
Right.
Because I just actually seen a TikTok
now,
not that way.
I just want to clarify real quick. That's not to say that you shouldn't be proud of the life that you give once you have it. Once you have the baby is there, and they are a gift, and you should be proud of them and you protect them with everything you've got. But that doesn't necessarily mean that you can't acknowledge that the time that you got pregnant and what you did once you how young you get pregnant is not a mistake.
Right.
Yeah.
Because this is something that I really do feel that a lot of people just be like, no. Yes, we need to bring back sex education into the school.
I didn't know it faded off like that.
They do not talk like we were taught. The reason why you have so much, and now they say I don't want to condoms and nothing. That's another conversation for another day. But I'm just saying
they really don't.
The sex education, I really do feel like you said, they are onto something, because she's never going to fear, and she's never going to be like, I can't talk to my parents.
Right.
She knows that I can talk to my parents and express to them how I'm feeling. And when I get to that level and when I get to that moment where I might want to have sex, she's not going to feel like I can't talk to my parents about this.
Right.
Right.
Yeah, that's really sad.
Think about your kids, we were sneaking doing shit.
Right.
Dangerously, might I
Dangerously. And look,
out here behind buildings tucked in bushes and abandoned apartments and shit. All sneaking around just so you can try to get your fucking nut off or try to do some shit that you that you really probably wouldn't and shouldn't be doing. But they couldn't tell me nothing. They couldn't tell me why it wasn't something that I shouldn't do. They just said, don't do it because we said so. And I was like, yeah, but everything else you told me not to do is usually something I really want to do, and it's fun and it doesn't hurt me. So this is probably one of those same things that y'all just want to keep me from.
You know what? I feel you on that. But the only difference was I didn't start sneaking around until I was 18 because of my not only just my household, but people worrying about where I am and all this other stuff, what time, all that kind of thing. So with the sneaking around, it still was like that because I was in that household, but also taking the bus, taking the trolley just to go get a hookup, then they flagging, then you out there. So like you said, the hustles for all of that, instead of just having the conversation about where you were going to be getting into, because I had no idea half of the time the hookups, what I was getting into.
Right.
I just knew I was going to hook up.
Right. Didn't know exactly. And
Dick was talking and everything.
Exactly. Right. Didn't know at all, because they don't have those conversations. When your parents don't open up those conversations to you, they can't tell you how they've been tricked, how they've had heartbreak, how they have had fucked up situations that happen to them. They can't tell you the things that so you can say, you know what, this reminds me of that situation they told me. A lot of that stuff gets lost in translation. A lot of that stuff gets lost in through that knowledge just gets lost because you're so worried about keeping the knowledge of sex from them so bad that you end up losing your relationship with your child and end up losing sight of who they are, And sometimes that doesn't just just apply to you with parents and kids. Sometimes it applies to other relationships too. Have you ever been to that point in your life? Things seem to be going good. Things are going great at work. People are treating you right at your job. You ain't got falling out with none of your friends. Your edge is growing back, and then some fuck boy come into your life and fuck shit up.
Okay, they gained 15 pounds like you back on campus. Goddamn.
For a first year freshman, 15 face ass, and you 35. The fuck?
Here's the part I always get confused on for anyone who has dealt with getting yourself lost in a relationship. Where does that start? Is that like in the beginning phase, or is that a little bit later when you know?
So I'm going to speak on my experiences as a woman, because as women, we are expected to submit to a certain extent to a man. Mm-hmm. Even if you are the breadwinner, you still are you are required to make this man still feel like a man. You can't not take away, like you can't take away his masculinity all the way. Mm-hmm. Because if you do that, you're demasculating him. You know, you have to still make him feel like he's in charge, and so you lose yourself trying to please this other person because you don't want to, you know, like I said, you're trying not. Even though you, like I said, you may be handling business. You may be the one taking care of, paying all the bills, taking care of, making sure shit get taken care of, make sure food, make sure you the one taking care of every fucking thing. Mm-hmm. This nigga just go to work, come back, and play a funk-ass goddamn video game with holes in the bottom of your socks and drawers, and then have the audacity, the mitigated gall to tell you that you too goddamn masculine. I want pow-pow rights, bitch. Why can't I be like a man and you can wash my shit? Why can't my drawers be washed, starched, goddamn pressed? I want goddamn eggs too. Bitch, scramble with cheese. Sorry.
You didn't see them hoes when you was dating?
Whoa, wait a minute.
No.
You didn't see them hoes before
Wait
you
a
No.
minute.
Then they always wear the goddamn new shit when they first get around.
Wait a minute.
I'm a little.
My bag, I went there.
No, it's not. That is okay. That's A-okay. That's what I needed to hear. But the only problem I do have, and that, like you said, the holes in the drawers and socks. Okay, clearly he ain't been, thinking, hey, I need to get some new drawers and socks.
But they had the new drawers and socks on when they first started coming around.
He told you you too
the last
masculine?
bitch bought those.
You too masculine?
Yeah, I'm too masculine. I have heard that in almost every relationship I have ever been in my life. At the end of the relationship, when we broke up, the reason why they said that they broke up with me or why they can no longer be with me anymore is because I am too masculine.
That's some bullshit. That means you a tough-skinned woman. That's all they saying.
No, yes, it means that that they can't fuck with you. That you cannot be played. That's what they mean by that. You are in charge. You don't need them. You don't like for nothing, and you also aren't one that's just gonna sit around and be like, I'm sorry, I haven't been talking to you for the past 3 days, and you haven't heard from me, and I just disappeared. I was in jail. Okay, you ain't that bitch. You like, you was in jail. Do you need a lawyer? What's the next court date? Like, how long did you know? What was you at? Who was you with? Like, what happened?
Why did you call me? I want to bail you out. What's going on? Like.
But no, the whole part of like telling you in the end or in the midst of dating that you're too masculine, I would be like, okay, yeah, let me just up my femininity, just a real quick.
I mean,
let me turn my fem switch on.
I mean, what more? I mean, how more? I got a pussy. What else do I need to do? Like,
and you have breasts.
I got breasts.
What we missing?
I mean,
although as we've established earlier, those aren't the only way to be a woman. But at the same time, you like. What do you mean she's too masculine?
Right, like what do you
And it's like, and then it's always at the end of the relationship, like you said. I said she wasn't too masculine when y'all was together.
Okay, getting that.
Right. That's it. So I mean, I'm not with that.
She
bullshit.
cleaned up, so you blocked everything out just to say in the end that she's too masculine.
But no, when you were ready, it's when it's on your time.
Mm-hmm.
Now, and when you now I will have to say, out there to all the sugar pies and honey bunches of loves out there, that when my sister proposed to talk about being lost in relationships, I really couldn't relate. Like, I can relate to making some really, really compromising decisions for myself, for the sake of my relationship or for the sake of like the happiness of the other person. But I don't really see that as me getting lost, because that's who I am. I've like always been the type of person that will, give the shirt off my back, especially for the people that I love. However, what I can relate to is losing sight of things and of those red flags that normally would be like, hell no, I'm not doing that. I'm not going over there. I'm not doing that with anyone.
Right.
Because you get they hook you in at first, because I've talked like we've all three of us have had conversations and we've realized that all of us have been in relationships with narcissists.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
And we have discovered those patterns for narcissism and the narcissists that you deal with. One of them is when they first come, they give you what they call the love bomb phase, where they show you husband material, they show you wife material, they show you, like spouse material. They're giving you everything that you thought you ever needed. Oh, this man is so thoughtful. Oh, this woman is so caring. Oh, this person is so giving. And you're thinking like, and you start to fall really quickly because they start to give you all the energy. They figure out what your love language is and they give it to you, and they give it to you a lot in a short amount of time. And so you're thinking, okay, this is right. It's meant to be. This is what I've been looking for, right? And so then people like us who are big-hearted, compassionate, and do have the tendency to be the ones to want to give and help people out. Those folks latch on to folks like us, right? And so we're not necessarily sometimes losing ourselves as much as being ourselves is causing us to be more vulnerable to attack. So I was actually talking to my friend Aaron this morning, and he was telling me about some things that he's making some changes in his life, which I'm really proud of. Shout out to him. And he was telling me how his family and some other friends or people that were calling him an asshole lately. And when he was describing what he was doing, I said, no, you're not being an asshole. What you're doing is you're setting boundaries and that you've never set before. Mm-hmm. And what you'll notice is when you start setting boundaries with your family and when you start breaking patterns and chains and stuff within that group, then you will notice that all of a sudden your family don't want to fuck with you as much. All of a sudden you're an asshole. All of a sudden they can't talk to you. You just too much. You just be doing the most. You'll start to notice that when you start setting those boundaries and letting them know you will not treat me this way. You will not speak to me this way. You will not act that way towards me. And we fall noticing our relationships and our patterns when we started saying, hold up, and started poking out our chest a bit and saying, like, this is not the way this is going to go down.
Yeah.
Then all of a sudden, that's when then we're too much. That's when you're too masculine. That's when I'm too big. That's when, Kevin, you're too much or what have you. Right. That's when we become too emotional. That's when we become too clingy. That's when we become all of that. You know what I'm saying?
Because they can tell you about their dislikes about you and what you need. And some of that stuff, I will say this, you can take something from every relationship.
You can learn something from everybody.
Some of that stuff that, my ex told me about myself was true. I used to drink too much sometimes, and I was very, very fucked up with my punctuality. I was never on time. But there were certain things that I did and he told me I need to work on it. So I did, and I worked on it. But my thing is, once you request certain things of me, and I start requesting for you, okay, well, I need this from you. I need for you to do, these are things I don't like about you.
Right.
Mm-hmm. You've told me what you didn't like about me. I put forth effort to change those things that you didn't like about me. Now I need for you to put forth change about the things that I don't like about you.
And now, mind you, these are not just like little nitpicky things. These are things that are literally detrimental to his development towards like him being the best man he could be and being the best partner he could be to her. So it's not like we're saying I'm nitpicking it. Oh, well, I don't like the fact that you do this or you chew too loud. It's not like stuff like that. It's literally things like, okay, you're not making any effort towards any advancement in your life. Like you say you're gonna buy a car, you didn't buy one. Or sometimes, hell, as Kevin has been through, sometimes you have a fucking partner who don't have a damn plan at all, and you're like, what the hell? Like, you can't rock with that. Or like with my issues, like I had, a partner that literally just could not tell the truth for shit. You just could not tell the truth. Hell, still to this damn day, I think
Habitual liar.
Habitual liar. Just could not tell the truth for anything. And so it's like, you know, I mean,
you can have a whole transcript and recording of him goddamn saying some shit, and he be like, "That wasn't me." Really?
Will deny. I've got evidence. I got proof. I literally have the like.
Like Jarrell said, I haven't necessarily gotten lost in relationships, but my decisions that I have made, it's brought me to the point where I am having to be like, nope, off the first red flag that appears because of that similar pattern. And all the past situations I've been in, you know, whether it's you don't have goals, you can't never keep up with your money, you broke as hell. And I know things happen in our lives, as Jarrell, you know, and Aisha too, like my heart and me giving and seeing potential, but then, you know, there's shit that people don't want to break out of their own patterns, and I can't do anything about that.
Right.
So, like you said, these first flags that come by now, it's just like, nope.
And sometimes because we do light work, you know, LIT, you know, LIGTH, LIGHT, LIGHT. We do light work. It's like, you know, we have a tendency to want to like connect with people and help them. And when we connect with them, sometimes we end up like sometimes dating our projects, and we realize that that's not our place. Either one, we were just meant to help them in one capacity and not be romantically involved with them, or two, we're supposed to be romantically involved with them and not be dealing with their stuff like personally. Like I've literally had to learn how to separate myself. I'm sorry to some of my lovers now that I'm not necessarily as generous and giving as I used to have been in the past. But baby, I help those who help themselves. If I see that you really trying to out here trying to like make something shake, like I'm watching you work and you're just not, and it's just not working for you. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like there's a difference. Like I've always said, there's a difference between somebody who's a loser and somebody who's a losing. You know, and a loser is that person that you're given every opportunity to, and they come up with every fucking excuse. They're a bum. Don't want to move or sabotage themselves. Going to work and stealing food so they'll get fired. Going to work and going to work or always complaining that they can't get there and stuff like that. Relying on unreliable ass niggas every 5 seconds to try to get them to work, and then look at them saying it's their fault when you get fired. Like baby, like Uber.
But they still got their job though.
Somehow.
How they still got their job, but you the only person that was late every day.
Yeah, exactly. Those are losers. Now, when somebody is losing, is a person that motherfucker that's really, really trying his fucking best to get to work every day. But those cabs are always late. The Ubers be canceling on them. You know, so like they be trying their best. You know.
Ooh.
You know.
Question for both of y'all: do y'all have any like, for sure, no-nos? And when I say that, I mean like, for me, if it is any type of
drugs.
Drugs are a no-no?
Drugs. Hard drugs are a no-no.
Oh,
if you
well,
on meth,
wait.
Yeah.
Okay, I definitely can see that, understand that. I guess in my case, I do not fuck with you if you are going to be calling me out of my name, if you put your hands on me. And I think there was one more, but I don't remember. But yeah, like that kind of stuff in the relationship, if you do that, we have a problem.
I feel like those two things for me are most definitely a given. What I'm about to say is probably gonna be real petty, but mine is teeth. If I look at your grill, if your grill ain't grilling,
I'm dead.
if I can't put no slab of ribs on that bitch,
I'm dead.
If your grill can't hold if it can't hold no hot dogs, baby.
Ooh, you know some people get bad hygiene from not wearing.
I can't do it.
Not wearing the damn.
If you got them black, black and yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow,
yeah,
I can't do it.
So no.
Because I mean, pretty much, probably drugs is pretty much my only no. I mean, for the most part, I guess. I can pretty much work with anything else, or I can place you where I need to place you, because you know, being pansexual and polyamorous, I don't necessarily. My relationships look different. Like being with me doesn't necessarily mean you're the only one with me. It doesn't necessarily mean you're living with me. It doesn't necessarily mean you're all that other stuff that you normally would see when you have a serious boyfriend. Right. That's not necessarily going to be the case with me. So for me, if you have a certain things that make me not want to like fuck with you all the way, then I could put you in the fuck with you halfway pile.
Wait.
If there's people that can fuck with a quarter the way, I'll put you in the fuck with a quarter way pile.
And cigarettes. That's what you said, right?
Cigarettes?
Is that one?
Oh, cigarettes.
I remember you said
no, cigarettes. Now, here's the thing. Yeah, you're not doing no cigarettes. No.
But I will say.
No. And I mean, here's the thing is like, I don't like, I know my family is smokers. My grandma didn't smoke cigarettes, stuff like that. But you're not going to be doing that in my shit. Not in my shit, you're not. And like all my kids over in my house and stuff like that, I don't fuck with y'all smoking those cigarettes. Terry, I done caught your ass smoking those cigarettes. I'm going to fuck you up.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of cigarettes either, but I'm not going to be like, I'm more of a like, it's a good balcony out there.
But no, they come back smelling like cigarettes. They stink, and they be in their skin, they be in their breath. Like, I don't mind making out with somebody and I tongue lash with them and it tastes like a little, so some good marijuana. I can smell a little 420 on their breath. Yeah. That's different. Yeah. But that stale, hard smell of Cool Filter Kings in a box.
Do you feel like
no, ma'am?
Do you feel like that's the same way as people who drink beer, straight beer, and that's it, no alcohol?
Okay, so I feel like
beer tastes kind of sweet when I kiss somebody who's drunk.
I feel like you're coming for me. Don't do that.
No.
I drank a good bud.
No, because I said straight beer. Like no alcohol. You'll drink alcohol.
Oh yeah,
and drink some regular juice. But people that drink beer,
except for IP piss, IPAs, I don't drink those.
I mean, all we know is there's a lot of no-nos. Drinking, drugs. Sometimes he's supposed to be partying too much. It's a no-no, and that's a no-no in our relationships. But it's definitely not a no-no on our television shows because the drinking, drugs, and partying is exactly what bad boys do. That's a bad boy. Is you mad, boy, bitch?
Bad boy. Is you mad, boy?
Cause ain't none of them hoes fucking way.
I'm just messing with his mental.
I love you.
I'm fucking with his mental.
I love you, Gutta. You have been
my God
from day one. You are so real. But these other ones,
I personally am in love with Dorelli. Like,
I do love Dorelli.
I want to wear you on my dick like a tube sock.
Oh my God.
He got them legs for days. Ain't that booty be just sitting right up on top of it?
It's right. His cheeks are singing to each other like they in Wicked. You and I defying gravity.
I'm just like.
And what he say? Hold on. What he said? Because the way he talked, his. What did he say when they were sitting in the Mulan and Jonathan, hollering about this room?
Oh, he was like, yes.
He was standing in the corner.
More drama.
No. He was standing in the corner.
Oh, he was in the corner and he was like, he said, it's a little warm here.
Oh yes,
it's
little random stuff like that about him. Is just, oh my God, he's such a character and I love it.
Yeah, like on Instagram, Gutta made a post where he said it was a picture of him and Dorelli, and he was like literally carried the show, and I was like, I'm kind of agreeing with that at this point. They are like Gutta and Dorelli are definitely seem like to be the most epitome of bad boys. Although Anthony seems like he's gonna show his side because he's gonna knot up Miss Williams' dome for having the audacity, unmitigated gall to show his blanket wrap pig looking face up at this motherfucking gangster Groot looking nigga decide he want to bring his ass to that fucking house after you left. They tried to have you come back to be a part of the fucking cast, but you But you instead decide to leave and then gonna come back for the fucking party. I'm surprised. I honestly feel like it should be movie magic. Like the producers made him be there or asked him to be there, and he decided to go ahead and come, not knowing he was gonna get bopped. But like I'm just
Sure.
I'm just waiting on this fight for this room because I just want to know why Million does sit up here and bought this stick bug to fight this.
It's not the stick bug.
That's
the fight. What Carry on calling that grown chested man?
That grown chested man.
First of all, in order, Andrew, fuck you, waste of time. Who was the next one that left because he was scared of getting jumped?
William,
baby boy.
That was
official. It's official. Dylan is the baddest white boy.
Dylan is the baddest.
But as far as Curtis. And the other one, what's his name?
Oh, Moolah.
Moolah. See, the way that
Talk money, nothing else. If you don't take that shit off,
He's advertising his
I like
brand.
his brand,
I'm
but
sick of it.
it's your.
sick
You
of
know what?
Cause my thing is,
I mean, if you
Yeah.
had a brand too, you'd be wearing it all the like. I mean, just look at Lizzo. She got Yitty out now. She all up in Hush and Yitty.
He had different
but
colors.
see, my
You gonna get you some Yitty-ation?
Yitty high,
Is it high?
high.
Okay, so
Lizzo sent me a promo package.
Yitty, you gonna get Yitty, extra some Yitty for Christmas.
Some Yeti.
But my thing is, I ain't fucked up with nobody wearing. But my thing, every time you look on damn Lizzo may have on some Yeti, but you not seen her in other shit too. Every time
Every
your
episode you say
ass is on this damn screen, you are in these damn
'Cause he got-
t-shirts that you made in your basement.
I'm dead.
I don't think I'll say about that. He probably don't.
That was a
know.
cricket.
He
I know
don't
a cricket when
it's
I
gonna
see a
get
cricket.
Canceled.
Girl.
Zeus is canceling, but also activating at every angle with different shows. You know, Jocelyn is on Frozen. You know, right now. But Bad Boys Club, I don't know what they giving is kind of. He probably
They
thinking
said
that.
Jocelyn on tour.
Yeah.
They said she been hitting up all the little holes in the
Supposedly.
walls.
Yeah, they might be recording right now. Who knows? But as far
Well, they
as
did say
them,
that. I mean, in the show, they said they were going to tour.
I thought so.
Like, I mean, if she is touring, I mean, I wouldn't mind going to see
Hey,
Black
her
Diamond
breathing
and-
hard as hell because you know she cannot.
Right.
I love Jocelyn, but you cannot do both. Hey, gonna make it, baby. I wanna ride. I wanna ride.
oh, she.
I wanna ride. I wanna ride.
Leave Jocelyn
You
alone.
know what?
Jocelyn just needs to take her a good load. You know, some good diaphragm, good vocal.
But Mila,
Girl.
I'm
Moolah.
sorry, Moolah.
My money.
You know what?
Where?
I gotta give it to him. He stepped up a little bit. You know, with this whole being embarrassed and William doing what he did on him and shit like
Yeah,
that.
like he really did react to that
Yeah.
better than I thought he
That
would
pissed
have.
me off. Because you know it happens like that. It's always one that don't understand the assignment. We just finally got to a mutual agreement. Everybody understands the main assignment. We not worried about who's gay, who's straight. Ain't nobody got no problem with anybody trying to make out or make moves. But when you twerked on him, you can just say you don't remember, but you need to own up to that. That situation could have got worse. And, now
And then my thing is, here's the thing. Here's the reason why I know that it was like, okay, William, you was doing the most. Because even Dylan was like, bro, William twerking his fat ass on everybody.
Yeah.
And
Okay, first of all, let me just address Miss Dillon real quick because let me tell you, Miss Thing, you cute in your own little right, but first of all, you fat shaming everybody that come in the motherfucking house like you just the baddest bitch built. Like, first of all, we saw you with your shirt off at the fashion show. It's giving Pillsbury dough. Okay, let's not. It's giving Play-Doh. Let's not. It's giving Gumby.
Yeah.
Let's not. Okay.
your body ain't bodying.
Oh, like Jarrell said, he been scarred up all these episodes. ever
Right,
since
and you've
the
been
Ready
scarred
Whipped
up
his
since the
ass.
Ready Whip Your Ass in the first episode. Boy, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up.
You need some
and baby, we
Neosporin.
can all find your ass on Grindr in Cleveland, Tennessee. Next, if we really need to get to get real about it.
You know, if you put a little witch hazel and, you know, a little that toner.
Right, into myself because he called Jonathan fat too. I'm like, I don't appreciate this fat saying
Yeah.
shit. You need to cut
But
that
yeah,
shit out.
I was just like, but he did talk. But the only thing about it, like William, Moolah did not say nothing about anybody else twerking because Gutter was twerking, Riley was twerking, Dylan was twerking. It was a couple other people that was twerking at the damn thing. Now, let's talk about the issue that I have. Okay, Mr. Krusty Million. Crispy Million. I mean, what's your name again?
Milan Christopher.
Oh, Crispy, what?
Oh my God.
Krusty what?
Not a
I think
damn.
it's Milan Christopher.
Anywho, what he said. You sitting up here talking about something, they twerking and doing all of this and all of these people in this party. So you seen a couple of hood niggas. You seen the baby and was just like, oh, I'm not gonna twerk anymore and not act gay. Let me perform trade and show trade because I don't do that.
So like you said about Crisco, literally, if it's such a problem when I feel like the way that whole situation was handled, it was handled right by addressing it. But the fact that this man really just thought that automatically you're gonna get jumped now.
Right.
You know, it's like,
And where did you get jumped to begin with?
right, like we don't, why is that such a conclusion? Why are you willing to leave
Who
this
jumped
opportunity?
you? Who did that?
And no one did that. And then when Moolah came out to address something and just said, but bro, like you got to own up to the fact that that's
Yeah,
what you was. I'm sorry, my dog is like decided he's like want to come up here.
Y'all scared, you don't have to
and
get
join the
down.
party. You got
Clown
to
me,
move.
baby. You clown.
Hey, excuse me.
Hey, bud. Thanks, buddy.
Thanks.
Acting
man.
like Lisa.
We're almost done.
Well, we are. I promise. We're almost done. Okay, so
But like you said,
yeah, like no,
where'd that come from?
yeah, like where'd that come from? And then also it's just like, baby, because you knew you were wrong,
Right.
And you knew that you were leaking the information, you knew you were wrong, and so he called you out on your bullshit. You felt like blasted, and so you left. You just left with disgrace because you a fucking coward, just like that damn Andrew bull, that fool.
Right,
was.
because he left because he knew if he got in that house, that ass was gonna be grass.
He know that. He knew. He knew.
Milan, you are such you full of
But
shit.
you are a little baby back bitch.
You full
like,
of
I don't
shit.
want-
Because on the next preview, all I see is you bringing in your friend because you know you about to get your ass.
And from what the rumors in the blog say, now we haven't been able to see the episode yet, but they're saying that Jonathan thumps
dog.
Mr. Rio.
Dog,
see
your
this
friend.
shit. Jonathan
They
ain't
said
playing.
they said Jonathan was knocked off the cast, but this is what, like I said, we won't know. But they said Jonathan allegedly. They said that he had to get off the cast because he whooped
beat up
that
Rio so bad.
And like I said, that is something that they do because, like I said, Bad Girls Club. They used to like if you whooped the bitch ass too bad, they be like, all right, bitch, you got to go home.
Yeah, you can't come back.
You can't come on now, baby. We love a good thump, but we ain't trying to get sued.
All right. But
Right.
speaking of a good thump and a bad thump, then let's talk about Mr. Carry-On Franklin and how he has been arrested and is currently in jail of charges because
Liar.
he was found with a car that belonged to a woman. It was registered to a woman who has been missing. And also they found a firearm in the car, which he says is not his.
It was planted. People trying to set
Yeah,
me
he's
up.
saying he's planning it. He said he's being set up. We listened to the interview with a guy named Larry something or other.
Spoke not a damn.
And Carry On did
Circles.
not, yeah, like he was giving the most PR answer. In a roundabout way, he says that he is being set up, that he is being targeted, and that he has nothing to do. And he's on the car for over a year, he says.
Can we talk about that and how he said that? You know, this was the Larry Reid podcast.
Larry Reid, yeah.
But can we talk about how he was trying, not providing details at all about what actually happened? And
No.
that's what he asked, right? Twice.
Right. Well, I mean, and honestly, if the story he's trying to advocate is true, then he's telling the right story.
I'm a
Meaning-
producer.
Like he started. You're right. But no. Like as far as when he did get into what happened, he just like I've had the car for over a year. You know,
being
And,
in the industry.
Yeah,
it comes with it.
It comes with it, right? Like so, he's really starting to like say, I'm a content creator. I make films. I do this. I don't know no film by Carry On Franklin.
I was just like,
Y'all got
What are receipts?
y'all got a Franklin movie out there?
I ain't see it. Besides, I mean, you know that leak video, but that
Yeah,
What
well,
do you think? Even though we don't,
But we don't want that-
we've already discussed, all three of us, that we don't give a damn about the ties to Kirk Franklin. Every time
Oh
this
my
motherfucking
God.
name is brought
Right.
up, I want to go
every
ahead and
time,
holler
yes,
Kirk Franklin.
we looked at the clip from The View where they were discussing this, and it just irked my fucking spirit
Yeah.
that Jeannie Mai immediately started talking about, well, what about her? Well, what's his connection? What is his contact with his son right now? Who cares about Kirk Franklin in regards to Carry On? He is his own man. He has his own life, and probably one of the reasons that he's so traumatized, that he's acting out so freaking violently and terribly, is because we won't let him separate himself from his past, that painful past he has with his father. That man clearly abused him, broke him, and got him to a point to where he even got Milan, weak ass, beating his ass on fucking television.
Right, he might have just been on his own separately. If y'all actually allowed that, he might actually just let you know. Maybe this was a way of telling you, yeah, naturally on my own, not being connected to this nigga all the time, I am crazy. I will kill a bitch, and that's, I ain't saying.
But
that.
I mean,
We don't know if the woman is
don't
dead
know,
because
yeah.
nobody no case because all we know is the woman is gone.
And
But
right.
at least this is like being able to say, this is my business.
But I just feel like at this point, it is a moment of him trying to come out to his own self and just like I am Carry On.
Yeah, like
I am not
Franklin
Kurt
in
Franklin's
trouble.
son.
On my
Like,
own. I don't need my
please
This is
dad.
what Bad Boys is supposed to be for him, a
Yeah.
way for him to separate himself. Why do y'all keep calling him Kirk Franklin's son? Kirk Franklin's son.
And he did say the whole situation. This is not the first time I've been arrested. See, he was honest about that because that's his business.
Right.
He decided to share that part.
Yeah, I mean, Carry On is very, like, we all agree he's a very attractive man. That's a beautiful guy. And
still a waste.
He's like, you know, like was one of the funniest and most amicable personalities early on in the first couple of episodes. You know, Kieran really does have a lot to offer to the world, we feel. And if he has nothing to do with this woman's disappearance and he's able to come out of the other end of this case, we'll be able to see him express who he really is and really get to see, you know, what Kieran Franklin has to offer the world. I really, really hope that he does actually start making films and producing content and really showing us, you know, that creative part of himself, because I'm really excited to see it.
In the meantime, I'm ready for Jonathan to beat that ass.
Yes,
Okay.
Jonathan.
Ooh, I'm ready.
Yeah,
And I
so
finally
Mr.
want to see
Leo's
the Kai
like-
Beret, because I'm
Ooh.
like, I really want to see what
And
this
it's
is.
tomorrow. It's tomorrow. We're going to find out tomorrow, y'all.
We will find out tomorrow. So by the time this episode airs, then it will drop later on that evening, because this podcast will be out around 4 p.m. tomorrow. So the Bad Boys Club does drop at 8 p.m. So we all will be tuning in. Hopefully you all will be watching with us.
Man, I don't know how to feel about... Who did we miss out, though, on the crew? Who do we not talk about? We don't really care to talk about Curtis.
The only thing about Curtis about
kinda
last episode,
irrelevant, my guy.
the one like literally, I watched the episode twice. Once in real time as it premiered. We kind of have this little tradition now we started where me and my sister and my mom get together. She cooks Sunday dinner and we watch Bad Boys. You know, Kevin, you should start coming to that.
Yes.
And so the next day after work, I watched it with Kev, and Curtis has this one kind of spotlight moment, and everyone reacted to it the same way.
The same
So
way.
this boy literally goes, he's like, so Milan being inclusive and not wanting to alienate the straight boys, makes sure to provide them with some pocket pussies as a
that was so nice.
as a sort of like mate to the gifts he was giving to everyone else, which was the mold of his ass and his dick, right? So
Delicioso.
he so he gives them the pocket pussy, and Curtis asks, talking about some. I've never used one of these because I get real pussy in real time.
Oh my God, I forgot about that.
And we all went.
Wow.
Everyone literally, like everybody in the room got, the whole energy changed. It got so awkward. You could do nothing but turn up your nose like gross.
It's
So
like,
gross.
dude.
I'm good.
I get real pussy in real time. Gross.
You know, with them little bit ass braids on the back of your nape.
The little JJ braids.
Boy. It's gonna be definitely an interesting episode tomorrow. That's for sure. I can't wait.
Yes.
I need to see it. I need to see Jonathan. Bah, bah,
The little Romeo braids.
Okay.
Okay, braids up there.
Stop chewing on them yellow crayons.
Chica, I don't need a girlfriend.
It's the Romeo show. Oh shoot! Yeah, that's exactly what he giving.
Yes.
Giving me bounce with me, braids. Boy, you better stop.
Yeah,
Okay.
give me Bow Wow too. Wait, yeah.
That's what.
No, that other song.
That's what me was.
No, what's the other song? What's the other song by Bow Wow? I was just about to say it until you said that song, because that is the one on my mind now.
Mm-hmm.
Edit this shit out. I'm out. I'm out.
Ain't no edits.
I'm out.
Ain't no edit. But
No,
So we all are going to be watching in and tuning in for Bad Boys Club, and we will definitely be reporting on that in the following weeks later on. We probably gonna keep this thing to two times out of the month because you know your boy does a lot. I do too much,
and that's on Pediato.
And that's on Pediato. So we try to make sure, we're going to try to keep consistent. We're going to keep this thing back and keep it going. Make sure you like it. Make sure you share it. Make sure you get everybody to listen. And until next time, that's our $2.25 change.
It's Roll Bounce.
nigga, say your name so we can go.
I'm Jarrell Woods.
It's Kevin Marsell.
And I'm Aisha Woods. Bye.